Welcome to Miss Daigle's Flipped Classroom. Today we're going to talk about what constitutes a good letter to the editor. The objectives of this lesson are to identify the differences between opinion, editorial, and letter to the editor, as well as identify the qualities of an effective letter to the editor. You will evaluate current examples and then produce a letter of your own that effectively addresses a recent topic, making it relevant and timely. The differences between an opinion, editorial, and letter to the editor include the following. This is from a source that found online at the SanFranciscoChronicle.com. Letters to the editor are generally printed in the editorial page, or an op-ed, which is short for opposite editorial, meaning the page is physically opposite the editorial page. A letter to the editor is typically short, 200 to 300 words. An op-ed is a longer piece, 750 to 1,000 words. A letter to the editor can be in reaction to a day-to-day or a larger issue. An op-ed should generally be about a larger issue. As a result, there can be many letters to the editor on a single topic. A particular issue is unlikely to have more than 2 op-eds at a time, one for and one against. Here is an important difference. A letter to the editor is generally a reaction to an editorial or an op-ed or a news item. An op-ed, on the other hand, often addresses issues introduced by the writer themselves. So what? Why is it important to know this? Well, here in our journalism class, we must remember that one of the major purposes of a newspaper is to provide a forum for people to express their opinions and hear the opinions of other readers. The letters section in this forum. People can speak their minds in hope of changing things for the better. The letters section is a reflection of the diverse opinions of the people of the community. Readers' letters cover a multitude of subjects, from protesting about political plans to congratulating members of the community. Some letters are written by people wishing to complain or congratulate the Townsville Bulletin, for example. Comments in the letters are varied, with some adding specialized knowledge and others offering personal opinions. Some countries of the world actually prohibit papers from having a letter to the editor section of the newspaper. People cannot express their opinions freely, particularly if they are critical of the government. It's like in our classes now, if you have a digital portfolio and you want to state your opinion about it publicly, you wouldn't be allowed to in a letter of an editor. You would state your side, it would be your opinion. However, other countries in the world would prohibit any of this anti-authority behaviors. It's interesting to read the conflicting points of view being expressed in this part of the paper. The letters may help to make our own ideas clear to us, and they may encourage you to research more to learn about a specific topic. So let's ask the pros. At the San Francisco Chronicle.com, one reader writes in and asks what standards must be met in order to send a letter to the editor and have it actually printed. Who makes the cut? I won't read all of this to you. You can find it at the link at the bottom of the screen, but the bold ideas are the highlighted ones. They're the most important. Our goal on the editorial page is to present a wide range of lively, thoughtful, provocative commentary in our letters to the editor section. They want to present contrasting views. The letters have a better chance of publication if they're shorter. Also, one of the main objectives is to maintain civility and raise the level of discourse and public debate. This does not include letters that contain bold-faced capitals, hashtags, and other mainstream social media speak. So what makes a good letter? Meaning, listen up, because this is what you're going to have to do. You're going to keep it short. I'm sure you're surprised to hear me say that. Only 150 to 200 words is ideal. No more than 200 words, please. It's helpful to check out other letters published in a paper so that you can figure out what you're targeting to see and what you need to shed light on. You may also find that people have been commenting on this for a while, and you may find that you don't want to repeat others' comments. You will be using our student newspaper for this. You will make only 1 point, or at the very most 2, in your letter. State the point clearly, and ideally do it in the first sentence. Make your letter timely. Choose a recent topic. If it's not addressing a specific article, editorial, or a letter that recently appeared in our paper, then try to tie the issue to something that you want to write about and make it recent. The TNT show, for example, would be an excellent event to cover. Make sure you have an action item for people. What should they do with the information you're giving them? What person are you targeting? Meaning, make it positive. What can somebody do? Don't just make this a time for you to complain about something. The last thing you need to do is make sure that it has significance to our readership. We are writing to our student body. Therefore, you need to make sure you choose an issue that appeals to them. Retirement and AARP is not really a good topic. However, digital portfolio, graduation, senior year activities, etc. would highlight our readers and pique their interest. All right, now it's your turn. You're going to receive a copy of a letter to the editor. You're going to team up with a partner and identify whether the letter to the editor is effective. In other words, is it timely? Is it relevant geographically to you? Concise? Does it identify prominent or important people, events, or points? Is it well written without the overt use of emoticons, capitalization, or unconventional fonts? Pause the video now. When you have completed that activity, you will be writing your own letter to the editor. You may use the same partner to construct a 100 to 150 word letter to the editor that addresses one of the following topics: hurricane or disaster relief, celebrating holidays in school, or answer this question: should TMHS students be offered a reduced price rental laptop for their 4 years here, like they do in Killingly? Discuss.